Hey you Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's Mama's Rule. As you can see, we're gonna keep that blopper there, blooper, blopper, whatever you guys call it, because it is what it is. This is real life. I'm a person, I'm a human, and I'm gonna make some mistakes, y'all. And instead of trying to be Miss Perfect, which is definitely a part of my DNA, I'm just going to be perfectly imperfect, okay? Anyway, that's not why you tune into this channel, or maybe you did just to find out how perfectly imperfect I am. Whatever, I'm going to get into this video. I wanted to talk about my reaction with Senator Kamala Harris being the vice presidential pick of former vice president and President hopeful Joe Biden. I am super excited that we have the potential to have another African American leading this country in some way, shape, or form, especially as it relates to the White House. She will be vice president if go ahead and claim it, President Biden does actually win the election. As an African American woman, I'm excited for her. I'm excited for little girls that look like her, that look like me, that they will have somebody that they can look up to that can hold a political office and be respected amongst her peers. So, of course, that definitely excites me. I was never one of those people. My husband and I have had many discussions about this. I was never one of those people who were like, listen, because, they say African American women really helped Joe Biden with his race to the White House in terms of the Democratic primary, that he should go ahead and pick an African American woman. That is not my view. I am an African American woman. I feel like, you know what, you need to find the best person that you feel is for the job. Don't, because she's black or you're getting a whole lot of criticism or people in your ear telling you that you need somebody black, do it because that's the person that you feel like is the most qualified. And just watching him over the last freaking almost 12 years that I have seen him or known of him, I'm talking about Vice President Biden. He seems to be a person who follows the beat of his own drum and makes his own decisions and doesn't really take no ish from anybody, if you know what I mean. So I feel confident, totally confident that he made this choice on his own. Of course, he listened to the advisors and things of that nature, but at the end of the day, it's who he felt more comfortable with, and it just so happened to be her. And like I said earlier, as an African American woman, I am super happy. It definitely has ignited me more so to turn out and vote. I was going to vote regardless, but it excites me is what I want to say. It excites me that I have someone who looks like me that is going to be his vice president pick. That makes me really happy. I did read her autobiography some months back when she was running for president herself, Kamala Harris. And to be honest with you guys, I wasn't all that impressed. I felt like it was good, but I kept thinking there is more that I want from you. Like there's more that I want to pull out of you that this book is just not helping me connect with. And I was really enthusiastic about her when she first put in her name to run, and that was prior to Joe Biden putting his name in. I was really enthusiastic about her, and then I read the autobiography and I was like, I'm not really feeling her like that. Like I just did not feel the same way I felt when I read President Obama's The Audacity of Hope. And it's not fair necessarily to compare the two, but I read his book. I did read his book after, I believe I read his book like when he won the nomination to be president. And, that was an exciting time. Obviously, the first Black African-American president, obviously Black and African-American are the same thing. The first African-American president, that was really exciting. So maybe I was on a high from that. But I just really felt like, I can't even really say that because I also read, I'm going to kill myself that I don't notice off the Becoming by Michelle Obama. And I felt like she really was candid and honest about her upbringing and things that she experienced. And I just didn't get the same vibes from Senator Harris's book. However, You know, once, really, to be honest with you guys, once Joe Biden jumped into the race, I was like, listen, I feel like he's the most qualified for this position, and I would vote for him over her. However, I am happy that he chose her at the end of the day to be his running mate. I also liked Senator Elizabeth Warren a lot. She was another person that I was actually going to vote for if she was going to win the nomination. And I did really like, or I do really like, what is my girl? Stacey Abrams. But I understand her experience is just not where it needs to be. But anyway, I know that maybe some people are not into this, but I am so into politics, especially because of what's going on in our world today. And not only just today, but since Trump took office. It's just, to me, been very negative, very divisive, putting people against each other, bringing out the worst in each other. And to be honest with you, after almost 4 years, I'm so ready for a change. So Biden has my vote. Kamala has my vote. Let's do what we need to do. If you're not registered to vote, guys, I'm young, just like you're young. You need to get out there and vote. Like, look at what's going on, where you can have people peacefully protesting and they're being hauled off in unmarked cars by unmarked people. You don't know who's who, what's what. People, like, things are happening where people are getting killed in their homes for mistaken identity, or because you're an African American, you're being killed on the street, put in chokeholds and things like that. Like, of course, all of this was going on before Trump was in office, but as president, he has certainly not helped the issues or helped the situation at all. I remember when President Obama was in office and Trayvon Martin was killed, and I remember seeing the press conference that he gave where he said, Trayvon Martin could have been me X amount of years ago. And that really resonated, number one, with my community because we are African Americans, but I'm sure it resonated with a whole lot of people like that support him, that don't look like me, and took a step back and said, wow, yeah, that could be him. And just not to hear enough out of the current president regarding these issues. We already know what it is with him, that, it doesn't take freaking Sylvia Brown, psychic or anything like that, to see that this man does not care for people of a different race or people of a different financial background or anything like that. He just doesn't care. It's very obvious that he only cares for himself. And I think it's over time. Like, we're past time. He needs to go. So Biden and Harris, you guys have my vote. I'm super excited for this ticket. And let's do what we need to do in November. Vote, you guys. But don't just vote in the presidential election, but something that I've done over the last 2 years, just because of everything that's going on, that I've honestly never done before, is I've voted in primaries in my state and county. And, those things make a difference too, especially if you have kids, going to school. It makes a difference in the school system. Just vote. Like, I know people say, well, my vote doesn't count, blah, 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 blah. Vote, okay? Just vote. Educate yourself and vote. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this unconventional video. I don't do anything on my channel regarding politics, but I felt inspired, and I felt like it was necessary just for me to share my thoughts about her. Senator Kamala Harris, now hopeful Vice President Kamala Harris. And yeah, I hope that you guys stay safe during this time, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.